I've uncovered a real hero of a car, a 40-year-old classic that's been modified so heavily that it might be faster than any brand new car on sale. This is a Ford Capri with twice the power of a Formula One car. It was built in a shed by one man, marine engineer Tony Higgs.
How did all this start?
It started off basically my dad. He suggested I get myself a year's throwaway car, and so we went to the car auctions and paid £150 for it. Somebody gave me a set of alloy wheels and I was bitten then.
What, and that was this car?
Yes, 23 years ago, yeah.
Is there anything left on the car from 20 odd years ago?
A few nuts and bolts maybe, but not much else really.
It is a complete mutant.
Yes.
The engine is a 9-litre aluminium Chevy big block with twin turbos running at 10 psi. It's got 1,500 brake horsepower. That's 25 times the Capri's original power.
You've done all of this yourself?
That's right, yes.
Oh, it's just a monster, isn't it?
It's getting there.
The Capri was launched in 1969 as an affordable sports car. The Mark II, like Tony's, came out in '74 and became an icon of hairy-chested medallion man glamour. Despite having spent 60 grand tuning his pride and joy, Tony's handed me the keys.
So do you take it out on Sunday?
Yeah, we take it out in the evenings, whenever we can, really.
I'm starting to almost forget how much power we've got. Visibility is challenging, but because of those back tyres, I think, the suspension's actually quite comfortable. This is bizarre. We're travelling through quintessentially English countryside in what I think to be a quintessentially English car. What kind of fuel are we running on?
Just super unleaded.
Just normal super?
Yeah.
Huh.
On the road, Tony's Capri is surprisingly docile, but I'm only scratching the surface of its performance. We've come to Santa Pod's famous quarter-mile strip to really test the car's epic acceleration. We'll drag race the Capri against a Nissan GT-R. It's the world's fastest 4-seat road car, and at 76 grand, it's pricier than the Capri too. I'll drive the GT-R whilst Tony pilots his pride and joy. But first, I want to see what I'm up against from the passenger seat. Tony's first job is to warm up the half-metre wide, 300 quid a pop rear tyres to increase grip.
This is the fun bit, where your breathing gets damaged. The burnout. Whilst Tony's psyching himself up for the run, I'm reminded of the fact that this thing's been built in his garage. It's about now that you do get nervous. I've got no idea how good he is behind the wheel, really, and I've got no idea how this Capri behaves. This is the moment of truth, really. Wow. Wow. My head is shuddering around. Wow! I can't stop laughing. It's insane, insane.
Did you like that?
I can really feel it in my guts. It is just like being sat on.
We manage a quarter-mile time of 9.66 seconds, crossing the line at 155.8 miles an hour. So does that mean it can beat a supercar that can nibble at the heels of a Bugatti Veyron? A 37-year-old Ford versus the most high-tech new car on the planet.
Jumped out of Tony's Capri straight into here, and I'm going to give him a run for his money. And that's the thing about the GT-R, it can absolutely slay almost any supercar. Capri in my side mirror there, doing a massive smoky. Obviously, I haven't got a lot of work to do compared to Tony. This is a get in and just go machine. I've decided to go for traction control off and then R mode for the suspension and also the transmission. I'm also going to do launch control. Very different beasts. Here we go. It was even Stevens off the line. Now look at that, the Capri's got me. Off Tony goes. Wow. I can't compete with that.
The GTR, a genuine 21st century supercar, crossed the line in 10.9 seconds at 125 miles an hour. 33 miles an hour down on the homemade Capri.
What a great piece of automotive art, really. It's great. You take a machine like a Capri that should have never been able to do something like that, and you make it do it, just through DIY R&D. Fantastic.
£60,000 may seem like a lot of money to spend on a car from 1977, but look at it this way. It just beat a car costing 76 grand. That makes Tony's Capri the hyper-performance bargain of the year. It's garden shed engineering at its finest.